Here we are then. So we're live with season one, how to become a confident closer, even if you can't currently sell, or it's something that you want to learn even more of. This is episode 3, the advanced sales techniques. It's Callum Weber, the Sales Growth Club co-founder. And if you haven't watched the last 2 episodes yet of season one, I strongly recommend going back and watching them trainings as well. But by the end of this training, you're going to discover the difference between selling and closing. You can be really good at selling, but it doesn't mean you're closing deals, doesn't mean you're making money. There is a difference between the two of them. And essentially, you want to get really good at both of them. Become a master at objection handling. Now, this is something that people ask me all the time. Like, how do you overcome objections easily? Well, it's actually a lot easier than what they make out online. And I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how to do that and how to increase your close rate easily from today. So if you're looking to close more deals, if you're looking to make more money, then make sure you stay tuned to this training. So the difference between selling and closing. Well, selling is an art, okay? Essentially, it's an art of finding out exactly what your potential customers want. What are their needs? What are their desires? Where are they now? They're at point A now. That's where they currently are, and they want to get to C. And you are B. You are that bridge to get them from where they are now to where they want to be. And not only that, you need to find out how urgent they actually want your offer. And this is the whole sales process, because if you don't do the sales process correctly, it's going to make the closing process a lot harder. Like if you try to close without finding out what they actually want, like what their needs are, what their desires are, how urgent it is for them, then you're going to struggle to close. What's going to happen is, you're just going to go into that really persuasive selling. You're going to go in for the hard close, which some people get sales resistance by. Okay. So closing the deal, what actually is it? Well, it's when you transact with the client, you make an exchange. It's usually with money. Obviously, if you want to grow your income or grow your business, you obviously want more money to grow the business, to reinvest back into your life and into your business. But you could also exchange, you could still close a deal but exchanging services or doing some other mutually beneficial exchange. But that's essentially what a close is. Okay. So because of that, you need to master both in order to master sales. If you're just good at closing, then that's going to be better than just being good at selling. However, if you can do both really well, then you're going to be onto the winning formula. So how would you turn into a master at objection handling? Okay. Well, before you can master your objections, you first need to know what the objections you keep getting. You probably will hear these generic objections, which I'm going to go over with you right now. Example, this isn't the right time. How many times have you heard that before? I haven't got the money. Okay. I haven't got the money. I need to think about it. I always get free quotes. Okay. These are quite very common objections. Or I need to speak to my partner. I need to speak to my business partner. But you'll also get some industry specific objections. And now this is why it's really important for you as a solopreneur to actually understand what your objections actually are. Like, what are your objections that you get? Like, let's say, for instance, you're in network marketing. Okay. Not one of them pyramid schemes, is it? I used to be involved with network marketing, and that was a common objection. People talk about pyramid schemes all the time. It puts people off doing network marketing, even though every single business in the world is a pyramid. So I don't that objection is absolutely irrelevant. However, it still is an objection that people say. I used to get when I used to sell solar panels. This isn't like a double glazed window appointment, is it? When I first started, I used to wear a suit. So back in the 80s, they used to sell double glazed windows and people would go around in suits and they basically sell a dream. So that's why there was that stigma there with selling solar panels. You're not another scammer, are you? So on the online world, there's so much skepticism on the online world. Obviously, there's so much going on. There's so many different people telling you different things. There's so many different people that maybe not sharing the truth. So there are scammers online. So it can be a minefield. So this is going to be an objection that you may have. They might not straight up say, "Are you a scammer?" But they might be thinking it. They might believe, they might feel like that, right? So these are just different objections that you may have in your business or in your sales career. Okay, so what I want you to do as a bit of a task is write down a list. Have like an objection handling book. Call it the Sales Growth Objection Handling Book. Okay. Write down a list of every single objection that you receive, like the most common ones. But if you ever get a new one that you haven't heard of before, take a note, write down. So then you're going to have a list, and you're probably not going to have as many as you think. They're probably going to be mainly the same ones that keep going up over and over again. So if you can just get really good at being able to handle them objections, then it's going to make life a lot more easier and you're going to close a lot more deals. So how can you overcome objections? Well, role playing objections is something that we do in Sales Growth Club in the VIP. Like, if you're interested in, finding a community to obviously do role play with and to level up your sales so you can grow your income and grow your business, feel free to book in a one-to-one strategy session. It's the links in the description, and we're excited. It'd be either myself, my business partner Jordan, or the team, and we can deep dive into a strategy, exactly how you can grow your income and business, and we can also talk to you about how we run the role play academy as well. So you get to practice objection handling with myself and the team, and also the community as well. But when you do get an objection, repeat back what you hear. So, as an example, let's say that I need to think about it. It's very common. Of course, you need to think about it. Of course, you need to think about it. I agree with you. I think you should think about it. Can you see how, like, rather than saying, like, if I said now, like, why do you need to think about it? No, you don't. You don't need to think about it. Like, that comes across very aggressive. And not only does it come across very aggressive, you're not listening to them, you're not understanding them. So that's why you want to understand with them. You want to agree with them. Always agree. You may have heard this before. The customer is always right. Well, let's be real. Customers aren't always right. Prospects aren't always right. However, as soon as you disagree with them, it's like if you're in a relationship and you disagree with your partner, like it can cause absolute havoc, right? And it's the same in sales, it's the same in business. People like to be with people, people like to be agreed with, especially in a sales scenario. So if you keep disagreeing with someone and you end up creating this conflict, their ego, the prospect's ego is gonna arise, and they're not gonna want to do business with you. They're not gonna like you because people buy from people that they like. People buy from people that they know they're going to get results with, but they also want they ideally you normally will like the person that sells to you. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't buy. If you thought he was a knob or you didn't like his attitude, you probably wouldn't buy from him, even if the product was amazing or the service was amazing. And this is why it's so important to get 100% sold in you as an asset. Ask follow-up questions. Don't just agree with them and then that's it. Like, that's not going to get you anywhere. If you only agree and not ask any questions and then just stop the sell there, stop the conversation, then you're just going to end up agreeing with people and making no money and helping nobody. So ask follow-up questions, right? Because usually the objection isn't the real reason. So you want to dig deeper. I understand you need to think about it. Like, other than you needing to think about it, is there anything else that's a bit of a concern for you that I can, try and help you with, that I can make the service better? I'm always looking to make the service better. Is there anything else that you feel like I should add to it? Like ask them for some feedback. There might be something that they want that you could easily add, which will make your service better. It's going to make your service better, and it's going to then more likely make them invest into you. So it's a win-win. And also, you want to find out if it's the real objection. Other than needing to think about it, like, is there anything else that's holding you back from doing it? Like, if you go away and you think about it and you want to do this, like, is there anything else that may hold you back from doing this? You want to dig deep and find out and isolate the objection, because what a lot of people do, and me included, I've done it many times before, is I've ended up trying to overcome an objection that wasn't even the real objection, because most objections are just smoke mirrors, right? They're just trying to defer you away from the real truth because they don't want to make a decision, and they don't want to tell you the real reason, because they know when they tell you the real reason, you'll probably have an answer. You'll probably be able to sell them. So people try and hide the truth, or people just don't like to offend you. So they'll say they need to think about it, but really they just don't want to do it. But they don't want to tell you that they didn't want to do it. Especially from people from the UK do that a lot. So you need to be just a bit vigilant and a bit careful for that, not be too naive, because otherwise you're just going to keep getting sold by them. You're there to sell them and to help them, and they end up selling you. You either get it's Grant Cardone said it. Is it worse? His book, Sell or Be Sold. You're either selling or you're being sold. Leverage social proof to handle objections. Now this is some advanced stuff that works so well. So let's say, for instance, they say, I don't know, I'll give you an example. I haven't got the money right now. I'm with you. And one of my last clients actually didn't have the money right now. Share them, show the evidence, show the proof. He didn't actually have that much money. But do you know what? He made it work and he did it anyway. And now these are the results that he's gotten. Now he's made this and that amount of money. Now he's making this amount of money. He's so happy he made that decision, and he no longer has to not let himself do something because now he has the money to do it. Like, if you can offer a service which is going to make them more money, then they need that, right? Because if they haven't got the money to invest into you, as an example, and they've got a business, then they need your help big time so they can grow their business. As long as you can guarantee, you can get them results, right? And you've got guarantees in place to reverse the risk. Like, I strongly recommend write this down. Like, have you got any guarantees in place, whatever you're selling? If you're selling for a business, find out what guarantees they have in place. If they haven't got any guarantees, I'd strongly recommend asking for them to get some guarantees. All right. Little things like this is just going to make such a difference. And you can then utilize a testimonial and case study, which is going to build trust, build credibility, and you've been able to overcome the objection by doing that. So how do you close with confidence? You want to assume the close, right? Not in like a rude way, just in a confident way, right? You want to speak language throughout the conversation as if they are already going ahead. Like, it's a bit of a cue. If you start hearing them talking about them owning it and talking about it as if it's theirs, you know that they're really wanting this. They're going to move forward with this, and you can tell by language. So you want to speak language throughout the conversation as if they've already moved forward, as if they already own the product or service. Okay. And then when you close, I learned this from one of my mentors, and it's completely changed the game for me. And I want to share this with you right now. Is the word most people will say, would you like to go ahead? Would you like to sign up? Would you like to buy this? Would you like to book an appointment with me? But what happens is when you say would, that brings no into play. It's yes or no. Would you like to? Yes or no. Right? That's the two options. That's the two options of close. It doesn't show to them that you're confident they're going to go ahead. It creates doubt in their mind. And as soon as you get a bit of doubt in their mind, that's when they're going to need to think about it. That's when they're going to say no. So rather than that, you want to go in for the assumption close. Which day works best for you to get your new solar panels installed? I used to get my calendar up on my phone and I'd go, we've got installs available on this day and this day. Which one works best for you? This Tuesday or Thursday? Right? Get it locked in. Which package works best for you? If you've got like different tiers, like, I don't know, gold and premium, gold and, I don't know, gold and platinum, whatever packages you call them, right? I run the Solopreneur Sales Blueprint. My business partner runs the Solopreneur Growth Blueprint. Which one suits you best? Or both, All right, here is your new, what's easier, cash or card? Or the payment plan, or pay in full, or invest in full? Which one suits you best? Boom, lock it in. State it with confidence. Very, very powerful. Now, all sales really is energy. Sales is just an energy transfer. It may sound woo-woo, but it's true. Like, let me ask you a question. Like, do you remember a time when you walk into a room and you can feel the energy? Your energy like drops. You can just tell there's a bad mood in there, right? You're probably not going to want to buy from that person when they're in that negative state of energy. You want to buy from people that make you feel good, that are in good energy, right? And if you think about it like this, when you speak to someone, they might be in a lower energy, they might be scared to make a decision. So if you're in a low energy and you're scared and you're fearful and you're not confident, they're not going to buy from you. Okay. So let me ask you a question. I want you to rewind to the last time when you got sold. Okay. Well, I want you to rewind to the last time you got sold. Was it a mentor? Was it a holiday package? Was it a travel agent? I can vividly remember when I was in Malia on a boys' holiday and we got ripped off by quad bikes. And we bought the quad bikes and then they done us over with the insurance. And it just left a bad sting because we were like, they just sold us a dream. They didn't tell us about that. They didn't tell us about that part. We committed, spent our money, no refunds. And now we have to get insurance for an extra like 100 and something euros or something. And it's like, it's not, the money wasn't the issue. It's the fact that they didn't tell us about it. And that's an energy. Like I wouldn't buy from them again, right? Because of that experience. Okay. And if people go to Malia or other people go to like places like that, and you have these experiences, you will tell other people not to buy from them. So they're actually losing business. That short-term instant gratification is great. They make money, or whoever makes money. But in the long run, the word of mouth gets negative, and then you're going to end up losing money in the long run, right? So when you went back to your last time you got sold, like, did you feel amazing or did you feel like you got ripped off? Either way, it's energy. If it was an amazing experience, you're going to go back to them. If it was an awful experience, you're not going to go back to them. You might do a negative review about them, and then you might tell people not to buy from them. So energy is a real thing, okay? So before you go into any sales pitch, a networking event, or even if you're just DMing on social media, looking to, grow your business and book more appointments, ask yourself this question: what energy am I in? Be honest with yourself. Like me doing this training right now, I need to make sure that I'm on a 10 out of 10 energy before I come onto this training. Like this type of training, like this gives me energy. I'm not getting paid for this. This is completely free. I am just giving, and I love to give. I love to help. I love to share what's worked for me, what I've learned over the years, so I can help you not make the same mistakes I've had, so you can get success. And then you're going to start telling people, because I've given you good energy, you're going to start telling other people, and it's going to help me grow. It's going to help me grow Sales Growth Club. It's going to help me grow my brand, and I'm going to get more results and make a bigger impact, right? But it's because I got myself into a good energy so I could deliver a good training for you. Okay. And I'm confident that you've loved this training so far. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you're in low energy, or 10 being you feel class, you feel high off life, right? Be honest with yourself. If you're not higher than an 8, 9, or 10, I wouldn't even bother DMing. I wouldn't even bother selling. All right. There's this culture about hustle, hustle, hustle. And I agree, hustling's amazing. And when you're in good energy and you're hustling, you're going to get better results. You can either hustle on low energy and get run down and get burnt out and get ill and not feel happy, or you can hustle and work hard and work smart, but on high energy. Energy is everything, because energy is our health. You know, as soon as our energy drops, our health is dropping, and that's why people end up getting run down, because they're not looking after their body, they're not looking after their soul, they're not looking after their energy. So how do you get in a 10 out of 10 energy hack, right? Do some exercise before any sales call, appointment, social media. Like, let me ask you, like, how do you feel when you go to the gym? How do you feel when you go for a swim or go for a walk or do some push-ups, right? You feel great, right? So imagine you do that before every appointment. And you might not have long before an appointment, so just do some push-ups, you know, do some star jumps, go for a quick walk. It doesn't have to be a 2-hour gym workout. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Even if you just did 20 push-ups, 20 seconds, you're going to feel mint. Or go for a short walk in between a call and listen to the Freedom Lifestyle podcast, or listen to one of these trainings, you know, where I've interviewed a lot of successful entrepreneurs. Like, utilize your time, go on a walk, get some energy, and you're going to be showing up in better energy, because I'm going to give you energy, which you can take into your sales call and close more deals. If you only have 10 seconds, do the clap. Clap. Just literally just clap. And that, just me doing that, then I've already increased my energy just from clapping. So within 10 seconds, you can increase your energy that simply just by clapping. How amazing is that, right? And that's everything from today's training. I hope you enjoyed that. The next episode, season 1, episode 4, make sure you stay tuned, ready to watch the next training. Soulful connections, building relationships that last. By the end of that training, you're going to discover how to establish trust with all your clients, short term and long term. That, not that instant gratification. You're going to get both. You can get instant gratification, but also long term income, long term clients, long term reputation. And also the importance of follow up for building trust, and how to do this. I'll be sharing with you how to do this, and why trust is critical if you want to scale your business. If you have no trust in your business, or if you're on a sales situation, there's no trust, they will not buy from you. Okay. A bit of a bonus resource. Okay. So I had the pleasure to interview one of Grant Cardone's old top salesmen. He's got his own business now called Mike Shield, absolute legend. We're very good friends, and I had the pleasure to interview him, and it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. A sales secret that no sales guru is talking about, from one of Grant Cardone's top sellers, Mike Shield. But other than that, I feel very blessed and grateful that you invested your time and energy. If you do know anyone that wants to increase their close rate and grow their income and business, then feel free to share to them about these type of trainings. I'd be very blessed to spread this word out. But other than that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll be seeing you on the next training. Hasta luego.